Hey, Tim Sykes here. We have a lot to go over. I want to make a video watch list today just so that you understand the stocks that I'm watching. But also, I got to give props to so many students, especially Tim Gratani, who just uploaded his trades, making nearly 30,000 shorting EVOK on Friday for the month. This is pretty freaking awesome. Remember, Tim Gratani just passed 3 million in profits, and he just had a $200,000 month. Freaking awesome. Also, got to give props to my student Jeff. I featured him in a blog post, like last month, where he just passed 100,000, and now he just did his little July spreadsheet, and he made nearly 15,000. And he's not trading every single day, just taking some profits. Sometimes you have losses, but Jeff, I am so proud of you. I also had an incredible month. I mean, this was my best month of the year. There are so many plays right now. It's insane. I made nearly 30,000, so nearly $1,000 a day. Some losses, some gains, some bigger gains than losses. But overall, it was an incredible month. Some people like to take the summer off. I don't like doing that, okay? I'm traveling to Asia later today, but it's okay. I can trade from anywhere. And as you'll see in the next few days, my trading will actually improve. Even though I am profiting, I've been a little sloppy as of late. And I've said this in recent video lessons, there's been so many plays. I haven't necessarily been taking the perfect plays. I haven't really been as disciplined as I should. And when I travel, because I don't want to sit in front of my computer 24/7, I want to actually experience my trip a little bit. I tend to choose better trades. And if you look at my historical data, I do better trading while I'm on trips. That's why I think so many of you guys who are part-time traders, you have the right idea. Full-time trading is very intense, and I think it's much better to be part-time. So we'll see how I do in the next few days, but I'll be in Asia in roughly 24 hours. So that's why I want to do this video, just answer so many questions and go over all the stocks, the key stocks that I'm watching. Let me answer some questions real quick. So I announced this on Friday. Some people thought I was kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm actually going to donate all of my trading profits to charity. I'm in a very good position where, I trade with a small account in order to teach. Teaching is my main profession and my main focus. So I'm in an awesome spot right now to be able to donate. And, you've seen me donate 10, 20, 30, $50,000 at a time. I pledged to donate 2 million. My How to Make Millions DVD all goes to charity, and it's now raised another 1.6 million. But now I'm going to add my trading profits to be donated too. And, I'm building a few schools. This is my school that I'm building in Laos. This is one of the two that I'm building in Laos. Here's the school that I'm building in Cambodia. And Cambodia is on fire. I mean, look at this. This was posted 1 month ago. They're sending me updates of the school being built. Here's, some of the kids who are going to go to the school, and they're excited, so they're helping out. And then they send me these updates of how it's, coming along, and it's like my baby. Like I'm very proud. And then this was an update that they just sent me on Friday, and it's amazing how fast the Cambodian school is building, the Timothy Sykes Learning Center. So really excited to see this, and I'm just loving charity. It's not just about taxes. It's not just to like look good or anything. It's really fulfilling to give back and to see this, what you can do in this world. I'm going to write a blog post later today, and it's all about, how to be the change that you want. Too many of us, I think, accept the world for what it is, and you're like, oh, that's the way the world is. This stinks. And there's a lot of negativity, especially in the trading world where 90% plus of traders lose, and they think it's just the status quo. Like, oh, that's trading. Oh, that's Wall Street. Oh, this is my situation. I'm destined. And I don't think that's what you have to be. I don't think that, you're condemned to live a certain way and to think a certain way. Maybe I have a little bit of an advantage because I'm a trader, and I try and adapt, and I try and, pursue success, and I refine. So I think I have the right mindset. But I think that you can be the change that you want to see in this world. So I'm really excited to donate even more. You'll start seeing me donate, 100,000, 200,000, even 300,000 at a time because, I got to do more research on charities. It's not as easy. I'm not just going to donate to anything. There's actually quite a few questionable charities out there. Nothing simple in life, and when you have more money, you see more problems. It's kind of funny. More money, more problems, but it's real. So I'm going to be doing more research on good charities to donate to, but I'm also going to be building schools because I really love education the most. I've donated to children and in the medical field, but education is my passion. So I think that's where I'm going to really prioritize. But I'm really proud to be able to donate all of my trading profits to charity. They're not that much. I'm trading with a small account, and next year I'll probably actually start with just $5,000 because I really want to show you how to grow a small account. My $12,000 account this year is now close to 80,000 after 7 months. So when you see this, my student Tim Gritani making 200,000 and my student Jeff making 15,000, and then you see me and it's like I'm in between. Like, why am I only making 27,000? Well, I'm trading with a really small account in order to teach because I think that I want to show you what's possible and what you can do. Um, this is a little rant that I had on Twitter. I just want to go over this real quick before I get into the stocks that I'm watching. I get questions all the time, like, what do you think about this trader? What do you think about that trader? And it blows my mind that there are still so many traders out there that don't show their profits or losses. They don't show their track record. And it really pisses me off because, I think that the trading world is greatly misunderstood. And I think that we could do a lot better if we're just transparent about our mistakes and our successes. I probably put out more mistakes and screw ups than anybody, so I look like an idiot sometimes. But I think it's to your benefit, and I think it's to my benefit. I am an idiot sometimes. I'm not the best trader in the world, but overall, my profits are bigger than my losses. And what I'm trying to do, again, as I said, is be the change that I want to see in this world. Imagine if, like, all these traders were just to share their successes and their failures. And I said this, I'm sorry for the typo, I was tweeting in a rant. But can you image a world? Can you imagine a world where you can learn from everyone's successes and failures? It would be incredible to see what everyone is doing right and wrong. And I know it's not going to happen anytime soon. There's way too many introverted, weird, crazy traders out there. But one step at a time. I really think that if more people started stepping forward and sharing their lessons, I mean, the education space would explode so much faster, and there wouldn't be this, 90% of traders losing. And I can't cure everybody. I don't have like this amazing power to make everybody money. Excuse me. All I can do is try and share the lessons and the patterns that I've learned over the years and hopefully put a dent in that, 90% of traders losing money. Uh, it's a tough industry, okay? I'm not gonna lie. This is not like for everybody, like, oh, let's all make money like the E-Trade baby on TV, okay? If the E-Trade baby on TV actually traded, he would get crushed again and again and again on so many different plays. So I'm sorry that this world is not as easy as you want it to be. But that said, if you do study and you get disciplined and you overcome the hurdles, just like my student Jeff, where is he? Um, Jeff right here, he's making 15,000. This was Jeff. I featured him. Um, when was this blog post? It was on Father's Day. So a little over a month ago. And this was Jeff, and I said, this is a key trait you need to become a millionaire. And it was patience, because here's Jeff, and he finally reached $100,000 mark. And he also had this tweet with my other student, Charlie. And, Charlie's like, congratulations. And Jeff is like, thanks. It's been fantastic. Lost a lot at first. Then something just clicked. And now he's averaging a little over 10K a month. And this month he's, at 15K. And I also got to show this student NH because he was my challenge student a few years ago. He wiped his account out. He broke rules, but he kept learning. and after 3 years now, he's made 320,000. And he says, I owe you more than you can imagine. Bought a house, bought my dream car. Just wish more people would understand that you're real. And I've highlighted this several times, but this is such a great message to me. And I can't force you guys to understand that these patterns are real. I face all kinds of resistance. People say I'm too cocky, I'm too selfish. They don't like my cars, they don't like my charity. I hear every excuse in the book as to why you can't study, or as to why you shouldn't be my student. But all I can keep trying to do is motivate you with my kind of crazy and very, blessed life. I'm grateful for it all, but I can't force you guys to study. All I can try and do is make videos. And if you don't want to learn, then don't learn. Nobody is forcing you, okay? I'm not like holding a gun to your head and saying, you must study, okay? If you don't study, you'll probably learn on your own, and you'll probably be one of the 90% of traders who lose on your own. That's fine. That's your choice. But I'm going to keep sharing as many stories as possible so that you understand where I'm coming from. And I'm going to try and be the change that I want to see. So anyways, congrats to Tim Grittani on this great trade shorting EVOK. Congrats to Tim Grittani on this fantastic month. I'm sure he'll make a video review so that you can really learn from his trades. I think this was probably his biggest trade of the month. Nope. He also shorted SGY. Whew. He is on fire, man. He had what, $100,000 month last month, and he's really doing well. I mean, he banked on SGY long and SGY short. And then he banked on GBR short. Oh my God, LEDS short. And this is only going to lead to an amazing August too, because there's so many plays that are just up right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him make another 100 or 200,000. But do not force trades. Just take it one trade at a time. Remember, I can't not reinforce this enough. A key trait that you need is to have patience. You're not going to make 100,000 in one day or 1 month, and you have to study. So also got to give props to Lewis. Posted a nice little profit and loss on Friday, and my student Alex, who's in Greece. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I'm still filming my Trader Checklist DVD. I'm trying to get it done. I've got about 7 hours so far filmed. It's going to be closer to 8, maybe 9, maybe even 10 hours before I finish, but it's going to be groundbreaking. And Alex also shorted EVOK. And my Trader Checklist DVD has the whole EVOK setup. And I refused to buy it on the way up. I was like, this is the bad sushi example. And that'll make sense if you watch my Trader Checklist DVD, which you should. Go to traderchecklist.com if you want to see a little taste. We have a free 30-minute video. This is the URL here, traderchecklist.com, if you haven't already seen that. So very excited about that. I'm also very excited about this. I've partnered with Lyft. They're kind of like a little Uber, and you can get $50 worth of free rides for new members if you sign up with the coupon code Tim Savings. Just a little thank you for following me and watching my videos. Nothing huge, but I try and do what I can. I meet a whole bunch of people in various companies, and they offer me little deals every now and then. And so this is a deal that I'm trying to pass down to you. So I hope you take it. Also, this is James Altucher, who I've known for like a decade now. He's made 15 million. I will link this video lesson that he just made below this video, and I think that you should watch it. It's a new video that just came out, I think yesterday, but he's talking about how he made 15 million, and that's a very cool thing too. So props to him. Props to so many students. I gotta give LJ a follow right here. I wanted to do this live on a video because he says, thanks to Timothy Sykes' guide, I have a much better understanding of penny stocks. Notes as directed. And he took a picture of the notes that he took. And I love seeing this. I love seeing you guys learn and, not necessarily force profits, but just get into the habit of taking notes and reviewing those notes. This is a process. So take those notes, whether you're typing them out or writing them. It's all about learning and education and refining over time. So without further ado, let me talk about the stocks that I'm watching. We've got a whole bunch of plays. This is stocks to trade software, by the way. I think we fixed the software program that we had before where I could not video record, um, you know, this software. There was a bug with new software, and sometimes you can't live stream or video record it. I think it's fixed because I've been recording with stocks to trade on this new DVD, and it looks like we're all good. So props to my programmers on that. We have so many more features coming out. Paper trading is coming, and so is multi-broker integration, where you'll be able to trade straight from stocks to trade. I think the first two brokers we're going to integrate with are E-Trade and Interactive Brokers. Those are the two brokers that I use. I don't have exact timing on these new features. I get asked every single second of every single day. I will let you know the minute these new features are ready. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, these new features are ready. I'm just going to hold it back and not tell anybody. Don't worry about the exact dates. A lot of you guys, I don't know, I think you have like ADD or something where you need to know all this stuff right away. Trust me, okay? I will tell you about every single thing, every single new stock, every single change in the market, every single new software update, whenever it happens. But a lot of you guys, you can't seem to wait. You don't have patience. You're like, I need to know right now. Give me an exact date. And I've learned the hard way over the years, not to give exact dates. And, those dates mean nothing when you're programming revolutionary new softwares. But also, I'll let you know when stuff happens. So many people email me, when's the bear market going to start? Give me an exact date. I don't know. I take it one trade at a time. You guys have to stop trying to predict things. You have to start being reactive. So many people say, oh, this company is reporting earnings on X and X date, right? What is your take? Don't guess earnings ahead of time. React to earnings after they're already out. Here's an example, TOPS. This has been one of my biggest winners of the past few days. I was buying this in the 250s, or 220s actually, my bad. Where was it? Right around... There's been so many run-ups. Okay, so it spiked here. It had already spiked when I bought. Let me turn off these alerts for a second. But it had already spiked 40%, and I was buying it here because it was holding near its highs. It's a low float, low market cap play, and that's what's hot right now. So I was buying it in here, sold it a little too soon because the next day it goes to the fours. But that's just an idea to, show you low float runners. This is the hottest strategy right now. I really don't understand short sellers who say, oh, you should never buy penny stocks. You should never buy these stocks with no catalyst. I buy with, whatever pattern works. I don't try and discriminate whether it was weed stocks a few years ago or Ebola stocks or Homeland Security or police shooting, police equipment type stocks like DGLY. Whatever pattern is working. And right now, low float runners are what's working. If you want to call me a pumper, then sure, I'm a pumper, okay? All I'm trying to do is piggyback what's actually happening. And I want to be very clear, I am trading with a very small account, okay? So some of you guys who say, oh, Tim, you're just a pumper. You buy the stock and then you send it out to all your subscribers and then they buy, you're pumping. Well, guess what? I'm trading with the smallest amount of money out of probably anybody who owns a chat room or newsletter. There are people out there who buy 50,000 shares, 100,000 shares, and they don't even have to own a chat room or newsletter, okay? There's a lot of people in these chat rooms and newsletters that are huge traders, and they post a message in the chat, and they're long 50,000, and guess what? Then the chat buys, and they sell for like 2-3 cents on 50,000 shares. And that is pumping, okay? I'm buying with a small amount. I don't ever want you to follow my alerts or picks from me or anybody. I'm trying to piggyback, and sometimes I miss the plays, but I'm not aiming to make 2 or 3 cents. I'm not trying to lure anybody into these stocks like a lot of these people who take big positions, and guess what? That's why they don't want to be fully transparent, okay? If you ever have to ask yourself, why does someone, want to hide their trades? It doesn't make sense, I make the analogy, can you imagine a baseball player who says, you know what, I don't want to show my batting average? What kind of baseball player would do that? No baseball player would do that if you follow baseball. I mean, that is the most important stat, your batting average. How have you done over time? And in the trading world, the vast majority of traders, especially on social media and in these chat rooms, don't want to share their batting average. And you have to ask yourself, why is that? Oh, wait a minute, 90% plus of traders lose money. And those people who do make money, guess how they're making it? Well, we have to guess because we don't know. And we don't know how big their positions are. It's very easy to talk trash about a stock or about anybody when you don't show your own positions transparently and you take 50, 100,000 share positions and you're selling for 2, 3, 5, 10 cents here or there and you're trying to force others to, cut their losses quickly. I have a lot of people who trade against me, and guess what? You can. I know that. It's fine. I know a lot of people who thought that I was wrong about TOPS here in the twos, and they got crushed when it spiked to the fours the next day. So you're welcome to bet against me. All I can try and do is share patterns that have worked for me time and again over the past 18 years now. You do whatever you want, but I do not think that you should be betting against these patterns. I do not think you should be, following these picks and trying to copy my trades. I think that you should be learning. This is my whole mindset, and this is why I'm a little different than most traders out there. When I actually do buy or sell a stock, I don't just say, oh, here's the ticker, buy here. Here's the ticker, short here. That's useless to me. I don't care about actual, real-time alerts where it's that second and there's no in-depth guidance, there's no planning, there's no explanation. I will gladly waste 15 to 30 seconds writing out an explanation of my trades so that you can learn in real time and you can see my planning and you can see my thought process. And that way you can build your own thought process and your own plans. And that is why I have more millionaire students than anybody. Creating self-sufficiency, creating your own kinds of thinking. And this is not easy because the vast majority of people just want to hot picks and they just want to follow trades. They want to, just blindly copy others. That is not the path to financial success. That is not the path to knowledge. So anyways, the reason why I'm bringing up TOPS now is because, we went all the way up to the fours. This was a fantastic buy in the twos. Came back down to the twos, and guess what? Friday after hours, they actually reported good earnings. And it's spiking now after hours from the low or the mid twos to the mid threes. This could be a giant, giant runner on Monday. And I'm going to be missing it because I'm going to be traveling. I don't know if my plane to Asia will have Wi-Fi. I haven't been, in a little while. Maybe technology has improved. Maybe it hasn't. I'm not even going to try and predict the time zones or my sleeping, But the likelihood is that even though I do better while I'm traveling, while I'm in transit, it's tough to trade. So TOPS would be my number one stock to watch. It would be my number one potential buy for Monday. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to the fours, fives, or even sixes or sevens on Monday. And it kind of stinks that it's the one day, that I'm going to be traveling, but it is what it is. That's why I'm making this video. It very well also could just get stuffed and not break, the mid threes or the fours or the fives. But I do like low float plays. I do like earnings winners. I think I said this in the chat room the other day. I was like, in response to Groupon, which is this multi-billion-dollar company. And yeah, it spiked a little, but it just really can't spike that much because it's too big of a company. And I was like, why are all these earnings winners, just big, big, big companies? Here was the earnings spike from, roughly 4-ish to 5-ish. Okay, nice dollar a share. PEIX was another one, another earnings winner. And okay, this spiked a little bit, but I was just like, where was the earnings winner? Right here from like the low sixes, and it went to the low sevens, but it couldn't even hold it. And now it's up like what, 30, 40 cents after all of this. I was like, why can't there just be a low float earnings winner? That's what I really wish there could be. And that's what Tops looks to be based on its after hours action. So I finally got what I wanted. I'm not going to be able to take advantage of it, but it should be interesting for you guys. So I highly encourage you to watch Tops. I am not saying just buy it, randomly or blindly. It very well could fail, but Friday after hours price action makes it my single top stock to watch. And then I'm also watching, all these other plays. There's so many of them that are just spiking. Um, I guess if I had to pick a number two play, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I'm still watching DELT, even though it was a big loser on Friday. It's a low floater, and if they come out with news, that could come back. Also, MDGS. This one is actually already coming back a little bit. This was a spiker that I missed buying when it went from, what was it, like the ones to the threes right here. And I missed it because it was really, let me get a 1 minute chart. I love stocks to trade, by the way. I've been using this for several months. Again, I'm sorry that we have this software issue where I couldn't video record. But here is the breakout on MDGS, and this was the morning spike. I tried to buy it at 2-ish, missed it. I didn't want to chase it at 2:30, even though I guess I should have, because 10 minutes later, it's in the threes. But this is how fast these stocks are moving right now. So I do not suggest that you overstay your welcome. I do not suggest you chase a stock from 2 to 3 because it very well could fail, as MDGS did, and tops could be like that also. So be aware that these stocks are not like gimmies. It's not like, oh, let's just buy every low float. Don't think that you should buy every low float, low market cap winner. Think that you should be watching every low float, low market cap winner because they could have legs and because they could run some more. But you do have to be careful about stocks like EVOK, where yes, it was running into Friday. Yes, a lot of students banked on the longs, but a lot of students also banked on the short here. Late Friday, they announced a $10 million offering, which is really, really bad news. They pumped their stock up, they got the stock price up, and then they did this financing. This is a very bad chart pattern to buy when it drops from 10 down to the twos. You have some bottom feeders and dip buyers in here, but I don't like buying stocks that are down 60, 70, 80, 90% in a day. This was bad FDA news, because even though you might have a little comeback, more bad news is likely right around the corner, and that's what happened here late Friday. So congrats to shorts for recognizing that. Congrats to longs, who, this was the number one gap up overnight going into Friday. So there's money to be made on the way up. There's money to be made on the way down, but you just have to have the right kind of structure and framework in your brain when you're trading a stock like this. Don't expect a stock when it's down 70, 80%, even if it's coming up. Don't expect it to just keep going. I really think it'll be interesting for you to hear my whole take on the Trader Checklist DVD. And I don't know, when Trader Checklist is going to come out. I still have more filming to do. So stop asking me about that. I'm trying to answer all these FAQs right now. I'll let you know when the new DVD is out. Again, a lot of you guys just want answers right away. I will tell you. It's not like I'm going to hide this new DVD that I've been working on the past few months. It's not like I'm going to be like, okay, I'm done. Now you're never going to see it. Okay, what is that rap group that did that with their music? Was it Wu-Tang Clan, where they made a whole album and they sold it to one private bidder who turned out to be Martin Shkreli of KBIO? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make a DVD and then try and, hold it ransom or sell it to one person only. I want to get my lessons and knowledge and experience out there to you guys to help you. Because I also know, even though there was money to be made into the gap up on Friday on longs, and then, late day when the news came out on the shorts, I know a lot of people who were caught, wrong-footed, and they were long going into this bad news on Friday. And there's just no reason to. You didn't understand the chart pattern enough. And sometimes I make mistakes, I'm not perfect by any means, but at least I have an idea of when a good time to buy is, or I have an idea when a dangerous time to buy is. And that's what I really want. That's what my new Trader Checklist DVD is all about. That's what all of these lessons are about, trying to, position yourself with the best odds setups. You can be wrong in any trade, but there are certain patterns and certain lessons that I've learned over the past 18 years that stick. So, anyways, TOPS would be the number one stock that I'm watching. I'll do a whole watch list later tonight for subscribers, but I wanted to just explain what I'm seeing in these charts. And TSRI is spiking too. I don't know. I'll put it in the watch list later tonight, so check out that. But next time you hear from me, I will be in Asia, and I'll still be trading. So don't worry, I'm not like taking a vacation and just gonna give up trading and give up doing watch lists. I might have a little slower Wi-Fi, but the beauty of my job is I can do it from anywhere. So, ciao, sayonara. I'll see you in a little bit.